EDPMA Solution Summit 2026 here in Isle of Palm, South Carolina. My name is Adam Robertson, EDPMA's Marketing Director, and sitting next to me is Brittany Swindler of ApolloMD. Brittany, thank you for joining me.
I'm so excited to be here.
So let's go ahead and start with the questions. You are slated to graduate from the Emerging Leaders Academy this week. Talk to me a little bit about that, how that has helped expand your perspective a little bit on what we do here at EDPMA and also in our industry.
Yeah, absolutely. It has been an amazing experience. It's definitely forced me out of my comfort zone and to get involved because they have such a well-rounded program that you're having to go to all of the committee meetings, you're getting to know the key players, and it's just a great experience that really introduces you to EDPMA and all of the great things it offers. And it also has an educational background, and I love to learn. So it's been such a great year, such a great experience.
You know, we just popped in this morning to the Emerging Leaders Academy kickoff for the class of 27 with an icebreaker and with a 101 session where you're, these individuals who are part of that academy, just like you said, they get a nice intro to EDPMA. They're also encouraged to be part of our committees and in a part of our work groups. So you got involved with the Federal Health Policy Committee and the ITAC work group. Tell me a little bit about those groups and what issues you're focusing on.
Yeah, so a lot of this space right now and the central focus is everything IDR and NSA. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of issues. There's a lot of things to cover. So every meeting is just filled with the new issue of the day. I feel like there's some sort of catastrophe that pops up and we all work together as a group and we're like, who are we going to contact? How are we going to fix this? What is our plan going to be? And it's just so great to have that kind of advocacy and to know you're not alone, that you're all having the same problem and then you're coming together as allies, and it's definitely a strength in numbers situations. So it's so amazing listening to such knowledgeable people and just working through how to fix things together. So it's great.
Well, Ed Gaines was just talking in our kickoff of the class of 27, and we were talking about EDPMA next year will be celebrating our 30th anniversary, which is super exciting. And we were just talking about how incredibly different things are now from 30 years ago, right? Where, as Brittany just mentioned, we're constantly facing these issues that are popping up, and this is why we have all these specialized committees and working groups. So, well, thank you for your work on the committee and the ITAC work group. How has getting more and more involved with EDPMA kind of lended itself to maybe a different or an expanded perspective that you have of emergency medicine?
Yeah, I definitely think that when you are working in your company, you kind of get very siloed in your thoughts. You're like, what's our emergency, what we're going through, what are we doing about it, versus realizing everyone could be going through that same problem in the space. So it's really opened up my eyes and changed my perspective, especially with advocacy and just working with a group. Versus just having to think you have to go at it alone. You can call your peers, you can call your colleagues and just do things together. So that's an important thing.
It's very, very important. One of the main reasons why we're all here this week, right? We're super excited to announce that this year is actually our most attended Solution Summit ever for EDPMA. And so you bring up a really good point when we start talking about is that, one of the things that we had really learned last year was this phrase kept coming up, right? People come here, they take off their competitor hats, and we're all talking, right, for the better of what we're trying to solve. Solution Summit, right? Of course, the name of the event. From your perspective, just talking about Solution Summit, why should people be here at Summit?
Well, I think I've kind of touched on it on multiple areas. I can't emphasize enough how much it's great to meet with people and hear from other professionals in this space because they have so much knowledge to give. And if you just got to listen and just take it all in. And this year's collaborators that they've got coming, I am so excited. I know we have someone from Socio coming and we've got different IDREs, and that affects us obviously. So it's so nice to be able to get in front of these people because normally you wouldn't be able to. So taking the opportunity and meeting the new people and getting to talk to these groups is life-changing.
Yeah, absolutely. yeah, we're excited. We have our keynote fireside chat
Yes.
tomorrow morning, kicking everything off. Today is our committee day program, which I know, Brittany, you got to get to. So I have one last question for you, and that is, so obviously this week we're focused on Solution Summit. Your work with the committee NITAC work group lasts, it's year round, right? So now we talk about the perspective of why is it important for organizations and their teams to really be involved with EDPMA year round?
So this is definitely an experience where what you put into the organization is what you're going to get out of it. And if you're only showing up to EDPMA once a year, you're still getting good information. You're still getting a lot of like knowledge that you didn't have. But think about if you were showing up to every month, every meeting, or getting involved in these different, because I'm involved in ITAC, I'm also involved in some other committees. I'm getting up-to-date information so quickly and getting to get involved. So it's very true, what you put in is what you get out, and you get to experience it throughout the year versus just once a year or twice a year if you go to the other committee.
That's exactly right. Well, we are going to have an exciting week. Again, as I mentioned, today's committee day program. We officially kick off everything tomorrow. Brittany, thank you for the time, and I'll let you get to where you need to go.